Hi, welcome back for our April EBT update. Let's start with some promising news that could impact your benefits in a really positive way. 2 new bills have been introduced that have the potential to help you get more SNAP benefits. Many of you know the frustration of those annual COLA increases. We go through it every year. We get great news about a COLA increase in your Social Security or your VA benefits, and they go up slightly, and then your food benefits go down. It doesn't really seem fair, does it? Well, the COLAs Don't Count Act could change that. Senator Peter Welch has introduced this act to stop those annual COLA increases from counting against you when calculating your food benefits. Those COLAs are meant to help you keep up with the cost of living, which can't really happen if you end up just losing money from other benefit programs. This important change would ensure that those COLAs can be used as intended to help you keep up with the rising costs of your bills and other living expenses. But wait, that's not all. Senator Welch is also sponsoring the Student Loan Deduction Act of 2024. This would create a new SNAP deduction for people who are making student loan payments. Here's how it works. Normally, your food stamps allotment is based on the amount of money you're bringing in. Deductions are expenses that are subtracted from that income. They reduce the amount of income that counts against you in the SNAP calculation, basically. So with the Student Loan Deduction Act, any amount that you pay toward your student loans would be deducted from your countable income. This lowers your income, which means you could qualify for more food benefits. This is a big deal for anyone who is getting SNAP but also paying student loans. Although, if that does describe your situation, you may also be eligible for an income-driven repayment plan that could reduce those monthly payments to zero. That's a pretty sweet deal. You can apply at studentaid.gov, and of course, you can also reach out to our sponsor, CareConnect USA, at 888-201-0431 for more ways that you can save money and reduce your student loan expenses. And actually, I had a really interesting conversation with David from CareConnect recently, and he pointed out that that hotline can also help you if you've attended a school that has been shut down. They've been able to successfully completely get rid of student loan debt for students who have gone to certain schools. So anyway, go check that out if that applies to you. But back to our update. We still have other good news as well. States are finally starting to clear out those massive backlogs. I have heard from so many of you who have had to wait for crazy amounts of time to get the benefits you need, sometimes many, many months. Well, New York has finally caught up on their backlog of SNAP and cash benefit applications. That means families who have been waiting desperately for months are finally able to get the help they deserve there. Alaska has also made progress by clearing out their backlog of food applications, although it looks like they did that by shuffling workers around because now there's a backlog for LIHEAP applications, but I guess it's still progress. And if you have a child at home, it's time to make sure that you are set up for those new summer EBT benefits. This program is designed to help families with children afford groceries during the summer months when school meals are not available. In most cases, if your child is enrolled in your school's free or reduced priced meal program already, they should be automatically eligible for summer EBT. This means no extra applications for you. However, some areas like the Cherokee Nation and the Chickasaw Nation have a special application process for people who want to apply. You can find those applications on your local government website if that applies to you. But for most of us, though, the best way to make sure that you don't miss out is to contact your local school or SNAP office. They can give you specific instructions about eligibility and how to make sure that you get those benefits on time. Make sure you don't wait, though, or your benefits could be delayed. Wisconsin recently became the first state to get their summer EBT plan approved, and they're going to be issuing those one-time payments of $120 per child sometime during the month of June. If you don't have your paperwork in on time, you could miss out on that or have those benefits delayed. Neither of those options are great, so please make sure you do what you need to do to get in on that right away. Now, just to clarify, Summer EBT is the new name for the program we used to know as Summer P-EBT. Surprisingly, there are a lot of families who still have unused P-EBT cards lying around, and I really don't understand how that happens, but millions of dollars in benefits are sitting untouched on those cards all over the country, and they are getting ready to expire. It's surprising, but in Oklahoma alone, there's about $58 million in unspent benefits. That's a lot of unused grocery money. And here's the thing, that money doesn't last forever. P-EBT benefits generally expire after 274 days of non-use. That's about 9 months, so you usually have around 9 months after the deposit to use those benefits. But if you don't, the government takes that money back. So if you have a P-EBT card that still has money on it, please go shopping and use those benefits before they disappear. In other news, Uber Eats is rolling out some really cool new programs nationwide. They're partnering with grocery stores to reduce food waste and combat hunger, and I love this. Grocery stores, as we've talked about before, often throw away perfectly edible food. They do this for a lot of reasons. Maybe they overstocked something, or the packaging got damaged, or the produce was ugly. Seriously, grocery stores will throw away fruits and vegetables if they have blemishes, or they're the wrong size, or they don't look perfect. It's crazy. Well, Uber Eats is stepping in to stop this madness. They're working with Albertsons companies to ensure that this extra food doesn't just end up in a dumpster somewhere. They want to make sure it reaches those who need it. So Uber Eats is going to help transport that extra food to food banks and pantries. I think it's a brilliant idea because it helps solve the problem of grocery stores not having a donation infrastructure set up. It's awesome. Anyway, they're starting this new program in Washington, D.C. with a plan to expand it to other areas over time. They're also working on a food as medicine program that allows community health providers to prescribe fresh food to their patients using insurance like possibly Medicaid and other benefits like SNAP. And they're working on making their mobile app more accessible as well by offering a hotline at 833-USE-UBER to help people order food even if they don't want to use the app. Now, all of that being said, you can now link your EBT card to Uber Eats for a $0 delivery fee on any SNAP orders for the first 2 months. This isn't even a sponsored pitch, so you can just go right to the Uber Eats app to get started with that. Speaking of online ordering, military commissaries are now accepting EBT payments for online and app orders. And of course, we're moving into spring and many farmers markets are now opening up their double up programs to help you get more food with your benefits. Make sure to go to lirlinks, that's lirlinks.com/double up for the list of markets that will double and sometimes even triple your SNAP benefits. That is my favorite thing. I look forward to it every year. So that's the good news. Unfortunately, I do have a little bit of bad news to share. I do need to warn you about a serious new scam targeting EBT users in multiple states, including California and Texas. This scam is particularly dangerous because the scammers are spoofing official government customer service numbers, which makes it seem like these calls are very real. Here's how it works. You receive an automated call that appears to come from your state's SNAP office. It's probably a number that you recognize, so you may trust it. It looks legitimate and trustworthy, but it's really just being spoofed by a scammer who wants to steal your benefits. This is extremely dangerous. If you answer, most people hear an automated message that asks for your EBT card number, your PIN, sometimes your social security number or your date of birth. It varies. Whatever they ask for, do not give them that information. These are not legitimate calls. The scammers are trying to steal your benefits or worse, your identity. Raymond Charles Winter, the HHS Inspector General in Texas, said that people should always be skeptical of unsolicited calls, no matter what your caller ID displays. Scammers can trick your caller ID so you can't trust it. Here's how you can protect yourself. Never give out sensitive information over unsolicited calls, even if the number looks official. Hang up and call back. If you have any doubts, hang up and manually dial the official number found on the back of your EBT card or on your state's SNAP website, and report it. If you've been targeted by this scam, report it to your local SNAP office to help protect others. Now, during last week's live update, I did tell you about an exciting new bill that could help make your EBT cards even more secure. You'll need to pop over to that other video to check it out. I'll see you there.